You are now tuned into the best place for sports. The NBA has been home to some of the finest scorers the world has ever seen, and today we're about to show you who the most complete offensive weapons are. You know that when it comes to basketball, scoring is everything. I mean, almost everything. There are countless ways to put the ball in the hoop, but some players take it to the next level with their three-dimensional offensive game. That's right, we're talking about the elite three-level scorers who can score from anywhere on the court. From finishing at the rim with crazy dunks and layups to sinking mid-range pull-ups that make defenders look silly and even hitting threes from way downtown. These players are the real deal. They're specialists in every area of the game, from the post to the perimeter to transition scoring, and they make it look easy no matter what their playing style or position is. So get ready to witness the most complete offensive weapons in the game today, and let's see the players who had it all when it comes to putting the ball in the hoop. At number 10, we got to start with Brandon Roy. Unfortunately, his career was cut short by a nasty injury that couldn't be healed with surgery or special treatment and ultimately ended his promising career. But let's talk about his game. Brandon was an extremely smooth player who could score in a variety of ways. He was a scoring machine who could create for himself and others off the dribble. He had a sweet shooting stroke with range that extended out to the NBA arc, but he was at his best in the mid-range area, where he could pull up off the dribble with ease. Though his three-point shot wasn't consistent, shooting only 33% for his career, you can imagine how much better he would have been if he had played longer. He uses excellent timing, ability to change gears, and strong hesitation moves to get by his defender at will. And he got to the free throw line at a very nice clip. It's too bad his career was cut short, but his legacy will live on as one of the most talented young players the NBA has ever seen. Next up at number 9, we have to talk about LeBron James. The king is a triple threat on the court. He's got mad skills and no visible weaknesses, and his jump shot is so reliable it's like money in the bank. His most clutch move is the fadeaway, and he used it to break Kareem Abdul-Jabbar's all-time scoring record. LeBron doesn't have just one signature move like Kareem's skyhook. Instead, he's known for his high-flying dunks and chase-down blocks in his early days. He's improved his shooting range and mid-range turnaround jumper as he's gotten older, and now he's even more deadly from three-point line with a killer look-away and sidestep combo. LeBron's not just a top scorer, he's one of the most athletic players ever. He's fast, strong, and jumps so high, you better watch out if you're in his way. His field goal percentage is almost always at 50%, and he's consistently one of the league's top scorers for points in the paint. He's also a master at driving to the rim. LeBron's been playing in an NBA where the three-pointer is king, and traditional positions don't mean as much as they used to. Despite being only 6'9", he's one of the greatest scorers ever, and he's doing it at an unmatched level of consistency for 20 seasons and counting. At number 8, we've got the legend T-Mac. Tracy McGrady was straight up dominating in the early 2000s, and he won a scoring title twice. McGrady was a sharpshooter who could score from anywhere on the court. He was so good that he once scored 41 points in a game even after sleeping until right before tip-off, which is why they called him the Big Sleep. His peers considered him one of the toughest players to guard, and his playing style was often compared to that of George Gervin. In 2004, McGrady showed off his scoring skills when he dropped 13 points in 35 seconds in a tough win against the San Antonio Spurs, hitting 4 straight three-pointers over defenders like Bruce Bowen and Tim Duncan. T-Mac was way ahead of his time with his size, playmaking, and shooting abilities, which would make him a killer player even in today's game. At number 7, let's talk about Dirk Nowitzki. This dude was an absolute beast on the court. He was a 7-footer, but don't let his size fool you. His jump shot was practically impossible to stop. He had some seriously impressive moves that you wouldn't expect from a guy his size. He could shoot, he could drive, and he could do it all. When the game was on the line, Nowitzki was the man you wanted with the ball. He made nearly 50% of his field goal attempts and almost 40% of his three-point attempts. This guy even won the 2006 NBA All-Star three-point contest. In the 2006-2007 season, he became a part of the NBA's exclusive 50-40-90 club, meaning that he shot 50% or better from the field, 40% or better from beyond the arc, and 90% or better from the charity stripe, all in one season. His signature move was the one-legged fadeaway, which was so deadly that LeBron James himself said it was the second most unstoppable move in NBA history, right behind Kareem Abdul-Jabbar's skyhook. Charles Barkley famously said that the only way to stop Nowitzki was to get a cigarette and a blindfold. This guy was a scoring machine. His shooting accuracy combined with his unique shooting mechanics and long frame made him one of the most difficult players to defend against. Coming in at number 6 is James Harden, who may not be everyone's favorite player due to his foul baiting and flopping, but he's definitely one of the best scorers in the NBA. He's all about efficiency, focusing on taking threes, layups, and free throws to put up points. His step-back three is so good that it's a legit strategy. He's so versatile that ESPN named him the 5th best shooter in the entire 2010s decade. Harden's famous Euro step and step-back jumper are some of his signature moves, and he's a prime example of the shot profile inspired by analytics, which prioritizes taking threes and shots at the rim while avoiding the mid-range. He's famous for exploiting the rules to get to the free throw line, where he's an 85.7% shooter. He's been a consistent scorer since the 2012-2013 season, putting up around 25 points per game. Harden has bagged 3 NBA scoring titles from 2018 to 2020. Despite carrying heavy offensive loads for almost a decade, he remains a fantastic player and has adapted his game to fit the ever-changing landscape of the NBA basketball scene. Now, let's give some love to one of the greatest to ever lace him up, Kobe Bryant at number 5. Kobe was a young baller with insane skills who straight up hustled his way to NBA legend status. He had a sick jump shot, insane athleticism, and could jump like nobody's business. Kobe was dropping 40, 50, or even 60 points in a game and dropped a mind-blowing 81 in just 41 minutes and 56 seconds. Kobe was a scoring machine with 0 offensive flaws. He had the mid-range game, post moves, and could make free throws in his sleep. And his 45-plus inch vertical leap left him float through the air like a boss, even when he was in his 30s. And let's not forget, while MJ was a beast, Kobe was even better from beyond the arc, averaging over 4 3-pointers per game and sometimes getting up to 6. And when Kobe was on the court, you knew he was always a threat to throw down a sick finish or knock it down from range. Next up, we've got number 4 with Carmelo Anthony. Melo is known for his scoring ability. His isolation scoring is excellent, and he has a variety of crafty offensive moves. He is 6'7" and has the strength and quickness to be an immediate scoring threat in the post, and he also likes creating space from his defenders, which allows him to take jump shots or drive to the basket and get to the free throw line. Anthony is known for being a clutch performer and has made 5 game-winning shots during the 2005-2006 season. He's an exceptional free throw shooter, and it's the threat of him drawing fouls that makes him tough to defend. Let's be real, he's not a great three-point shooter, but he hits just enough three-pointers to force defenders to take him seriously. Anthony's scoring abilities ultimately come down to his versatility. He can score from too many places on the court to be consistently defended well, and he's not afraid to use his advantage. Next up, we have to talk about a basketball wizard. Kyrie Irving is one of the most talented basketball players to ever play the game. He's so good that he's got an incredible ability to handle the ball and make contested shots from anywhere on the court. Even though he's not the biggest player, he's got a unique style of play that has made him one of the best point guards in the NBA. Not only is he an amazing passer and a ball handler, but he's also a fantastic scorer. Irving knows how to make the right decisions, and he rarely takes bad shots. Some tricks in his offensive arsenal include quick crossovers, hesitation moves, and hard dribbles that allow him to get open for a step back or sidestep jumper. One of his signature moves is the baseline dribble that leads to an athletic reverse lay-in or a pass to a wide open teammate, and it never fails to deliver. We cannot help but talk about his most famous shot, which came in the 2016 NBA Finals, where he hit a clutch three-pointer in Game 7 to secure the Cleveland Cavaliers' first NBA championship. At number 2, we've got the one and only Larry Bird, Larry Legend. Bird was a trash-talking 3-level scorer, one of the greatest basketball players and shooters to ever live. He was known for his clutch performance in high-pressure situations. Bird scored 24.3 points per game on 49.6 field goal percentage, 88.6 free throw percentage, and 37.6% on three-point shots. He was the first player in NBA history to shoot 50% or better on field goals, 40% on three-pointers, and 90% on free throws in a single season, accomplishing this feat twice. Bird won 3 consecutive NBA three-point shooting contests and sometimes practiced shooting three-pointers with his eyes closed. Bird was an all-NBA defender and a master of the jump shot. With a quick release and deadly accuracy from everywhere on the court, he was also a talented scorer in the post and an excellent shooter. Bird's improvisation and ability to make difficult shots in the clutch moments set him apart from so many other players. Straight up, at the peak, is the easy money sniper. KD is just one of the craziest offensive players in the NBA, standing at 6'10" allegedly. With a mad athleticism and shooting skills, he's a total nightmare for defenders. He can shoot from almost anywhere, even beyond the three-point line, and his quick release and high release point make it impossible to stop his shot. Plus, he's got handles and can create off his dribble. KD's moves are sick, from crossovers to step backs to pull-ups. He can score from anywhere in any way on the court, whether it's a mid-range jumper, a drive to the basket, or a catch-and-shoot three-pointer. His length and athleticism make him a killer finisher around the rim too, throwing down dunks or making finesse layups. KD is the absolute scoring king in the NBA. From 2010 to 2014, he won 4 scoring titles, which only one other player has ever done. He used to play mostly in isolation, but then he became a pro at scoring off-ball too. By 2013, he was shooting historically well and joined the 50-40-90 club, which only 9 other players have ever done. He can impact the offense in all sorts of ways, and when he joined the Warriors in 2016, he took their already elite offense to the next level. His height and long wingspan make it tough for defenders to block his shots, and he's a master at finishing at the rim, converting 72.2% of his shots in the paint in 2012. I mean, nobody does it better than KD. Not even close. Now, that's a wrap on our rundown of the top 10 NBA players with mad 3-level scoring skills. From OGs like Larry Bird to modern ballers like KD, we've seen some truly sick moves and clutch shots that will go down in hoops history. It's clear that having a solid 3-level scoring game is key to being all-around threat on the court. These players can straight up shoot the rock from anywhere on the floor and get buckets in the clutch when it matters most. If you're feeling this video, hit that subscribe button, smash that like, and drop us a comment with your own favorite 3-level scores. And I know Jordan wasn't on here, but hey, let's keep the ball rolling and hooping it up.